They'll run down the hill in one of the most storied entrances in all of college football. Death Valley, Clemson, South Carolina, home to the Tigers since 1945. But this isn't any regular matchup. It's a battle of top tens, a couple of forces meeting head-to-head where one team will try to make a resonating statement. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Longhorns will kick it away to start. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the offense on first down. He wants to throw. Pressure coming. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
You could not script a better start if you're on defense, and great job being heads up and being aware that this offense may come out trying to be aggressive and throw on the first play. Everybody executing their assignments, and they get a takeaway right off the bat.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Feeling some heat. A little screen to the running back. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Texas! A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Makes his connection. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
When you play zone coverage, everybody drops back. Everybody has eyes on the quarterbacks. You're not really looking at the wide receivers a lot of times, so they can slip in those little cracks, and the quarterback can really make precise throws. Great job, great play, great throw, great game.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Getting some heat. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And when it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
A big play for the defense with the first down sack. Now, advantage D as the offense comes up on 2nd down. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get the ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drilled as he throws, and they stop him on fourth down with the heat.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down, they were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Wants to throw. It's Ewers. Throws for the tight end. He's got it. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Inside the 25. They'll snap it from the 24. First down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Gets rid of it. The quick out. Touchdown Longhorns! What a catch and run for 6.
Defense has to be better on the back end. They knew this offense was going to come out, and they were going to challenge them. They were going to try to push the ball vertically down the field. They've now given up 2 touchdown passes in this game. They have got to shore up their play in the back half.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
0.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Got his man. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Texas 14, Clemson 0.
And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
These corners going to give them some space. To the air, it's Klubnik. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. And here comes the offense on second down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Caught in the backfield. It's Blue. They get him down after he makes the catch. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
Great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Going up top on first down. Finds his man. It's Blue. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
Got it in the middle. It's held. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Now on second and goal. Try to barge their way in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Quarterback will audible. Looking for the touchdown on third and goal. Touchdown, Texas! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmakers, slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football. He'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
And the extra point splits the uprights. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative.
Fires and picked off. Didn't get much on the return, but what a huge play, and they are in business at the 24.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Back to throw, it's Ewers. Now adjusting. On the run, fires downfield. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they take it in for 6 more points. This dude is lighting it up for the Horns, and some old-school Horn fans starting to think about that 500-yard 4-touchdown day Vince Young had against Oklahoma State.
bringing back great memories, and there's been some good runs at quarterback. You think about Colt McCoy, too, man. He put up some serious numbers, some serious wins. Can this be the next guy to catapult this offense, to bring Texas back to prominence?
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. They're trying to get to it. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, the defense is feeling it now, right? 2 picks in 2 straight drives. Their guys have been all over the field making plays when the ball's in the air. D coordinator's got to love that.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Quarterback moving. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man. Just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your team.
Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. Between the uprights, it's good. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half.
31, Clemson, 0.
Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He's got great speed. Got a little room. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Texas!
What a way to seize momentum here. You start the second half, you take the first kick back to the house. Great blocking and an awesome job in the open field, making people miss and showing you the speed on that return. Wow.
And the extra point is good.
Texas, 38, Clemson, 0.
They're lining up for the kickoff, and let's see if this return team can answer with a score of its own. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
They'll run play action. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. Coming after it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
Here comes the Texas offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Off the play fake. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes in offense, you're hoping the run fix is going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the ball is intercepted. He'll try to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. You get that turnover and you try to punch them hard immediately on the first play, and they come up with a big gain.
And when the defense is running on the field, you are thinking sudden change, sudden change. When they create a turnover, a lot of times offenses want to be aggressive. They were, and they get rewarded.
They go to the ground. Powers through the defender. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
They'll keep it on the ground. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble.
He's going for a big play downfield. Ball in the air, intercepted. Takes it the other way. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. This quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Back to pass, it's Klubnik. Fires to the right. It falls incomplete, and will change ends of the field to get things started back up.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Texas 38, Clemson 0.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. They're bringing heat. And the quarterback is snowed under.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback, but I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought it was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback today.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this off.
Afterburners coming. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles.
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And he tacks on the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
45, Clemson, 0.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit in this one.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Out of the gun, the inside give. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like, they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back. The next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, oof, it was not a good day.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Back to pass, it's Klubnik. Pocket starts to collapse. Trying to escape and get it himself. And they did not let him get to that 1st down line. It'll bring up a call here. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. And it's incomplete, and the defense holds.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points on the scoreboard.
With the catch, it's Blue. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a 1st down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like, when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Second down coming up.
Moves.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Touchdown, Longhorns! And the route is on.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has...
Welcome to Columbus, Ohio, and the venerable Horseshoe, home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, a place that's home to such legendary names as Archie, Woody, Zeke, and Stroud. Coaches like to say no game is more important than any other. But when you have a couple of top 10 teams ready to square off, yeah, that one carries a little more weight. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Ducks will kick it off to get us underway.
Set to kick off.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19.
First and 10.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Grab behind the line. It's Judkins. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They want to get the ball in the hands of playmakers, and they did, but this time the defense up to the challenge.
And when you slide that running back out of the backfield, like I'm thinking pass, I got to be locked in, and I got to see him, and the linebackers have to see him and understand when the quarterback throws him the football. I got to break on it, and everybody's got to corral him because he's so dangerous after the catch.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. This guy makes it look easy, just like a lot of recent Ohio State quarterbacks have.
Now, you can set your watch by these guys. I mean, whether it's C.J. Stroud, Justin Fields, I mean, we can keep going back year after year. They always got a really good signal caller that you can really depend on to make big plays.
And they're not on the same page there.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. Looking to throw, it's Howard. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to them, and it forced the incompletion.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Catch in the middle, it's Smith. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on 4th down.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Pressure coming. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete. And guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Feeling some heat. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with the clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long, but players like that getting after it.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
And they decided to go for it. They decided to be aggressive, trying to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
To throw, it's Howard. They're working that left side. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Such a great job on the defense, winning on early downs. What does that mean? Now it means 3rd and long. 3rd and long, now I go to dime packages, to nickel packages. I'm taking linebackers off the field and bringing on DBs to really cover more guys and have more speed on the field.
He's got it. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. And that one would have been picked off if he could have stayed in bounds, and the quarterback will live to tell about it. After the misconnection, it's 2nd down. Back to the air one more time. Looking to the big tight end. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
He's got his man. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down. They've got it at the 40.
They pick up the 1st down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this 1st down.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Off the play fake on 1st down. Throwing right. Complete downfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. Great spot to attack there, right off the turnover. Try to strike and keep them reeling.
Absolutely. Coaching 101. Sudden change. When you create a turnover and you get the ball back on offense, attack, attack, attack. Use the momentum. Try to make a big play.
And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds. Offense in a bunch formation. Quarterback checking the play. From the gun to give, looking for room. Hard running there. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And if I'm the running back, I'm going to listen. Hold on. Can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They got to do a better job.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He rifles one deep down the middle. Grabs it inside the 10. So close to that end zone, he can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Love the play call here by the offensive coordinator. You can sniff it. You can smell in the air. Blood in the water. Now we're taking a shot. You've got the athletes to go execute. Just dial it up.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. The big fellas coming out in the goal line defense. Scanning the field, it's Gabriel. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
How about that from the offense? 2nd and goal. Everything says you might run the football. They try to throw it, and man, was that unsuccessful. Sitting back in the pocket, just throw the football away. Don't take the sack. Don't go backwards, especially inside the 3-yard line. Set up in such good position.
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, and it's picked off. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. And after 1, we're scoreless.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Looking to move it through the air. Going over the top. And he reels it in inside the 30. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. This is one of the great atmospheres in the sport, but this crowd demands to be entertained, and they are entertained right now.
Yeah, and when you got playmakers that you can throw the ball to down the field like Ohio State does consistently every year, you always expect this. This fan base goes nuts because year after year they have elite playmakers.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. Looking to pass, it's Howard. Unleashes it. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be 3rd down.
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his 2nd interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked up.
No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
Yeah, and the defensive lineman, you know, 3rd and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on 3rd down.
Going up top. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and the ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's James.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And good job by the defense. The defense clearly knew where they were going with the football. Double coverage out wide, making sure they don't give up a touchdown to that guy. Nice job by the defense.
Out of the shotgun on third down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field. You're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
On fourth down, looking to pass. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
It's really early in the game right now, and if it's fourth and short, fourth and medium, maybe I see going for it, certainly. But fourth and long, that's a situation I think you got to punt and just let the game play out. Trust your defense a little bit more.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Third and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. To the air, it's Howard. Caught. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Really great job by the running back there on the angle route on third down. He sold it as if he was running to the flat, and at the last second put his foot in the ground and crossed the defender's face, making that an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback.
Not a lot of daylight there. Let's give him one to the 14. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On second down, looking to throw. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Complete. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those third down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on fourth down, if you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Quarterback checking off. On second down, looking again to throw. That's reeled in. It's James. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
Well, this head coach is clearly sending a message. He clearly doesn't believe in punting, going for it this close to his own end zone. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Scrambling away. He'll throw one to his right. It's complete. A huge pickup. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. You want to talk about converting a fourth down in style with a whole lot extra, David.
How about it? Clutch mode. Fourth down time. You only need a little, but he pushes the ball way down the field. He believes in his guy, makes the play, gets the big first down.
And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, even though that pass was incomplete, I wouldn't be shocked if this defense in the second half decides to play some deeper coverages. This offense has already shown they're willing to be aggressive, and they've got a lot of speed. Moving forward, this defense cannot afford to give up big plays in the passing.
They're going to throw it again. He's not afraid to go deep. Fires into traffic, picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his second pick thrown in this game.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. On the ground, it's Judkins. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's going up top. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. And we like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver because usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
Got it past the marker. Flying out to the left. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Looking for a man. It's Howard. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
That's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
And that'll bring us to the end of the first half as we head to the studio for halftime. The Buckeyes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards.
And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29.
Turnover margin always goes such a long way in deciding who wins the football game. Interception number 3, that is no bueno. Got to take care of the football. Can't keep getting your defense in a bad position, putting them on the field time and time again.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Howard. Got his man on the right. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. The give to the back. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the 1st down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make...
And it's caught! Touchdown, Ohio State!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches.
Oh, what a grab by the defense! About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside the 15, here comes the return. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Throws to the tight end. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception the last possession. You can tell breaking on the football really, really well, seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it, almost had another interception.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Going for the big play. And it's his 4th interception of the game. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
What a nice play by the DB there. When that rain starts coming down, the ball gets a little bit heavier. The quarterback throws the ball a little bit lighter. DBs can take advantage sometimes of some underthrown balls, go out and make some big plays.
Looking downfield, it's Howard. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Oregon! What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Gets it out quickly. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. He was all by himself out there. Someone just lost track of their assignment.
And that's so frustrating because you want to make offenses earn it. And you don't want to give up big plays and bust coverages and let people run wide open, especially good players. Like, you know this guy's a good player, and you let him run wide open down the field.
Went to the running game on first down, now second down. They want to just keep throwing it. Gonna let it fly. For the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity giving the football away.
And that is his fifth interception. If he comes out to try for six, he'll be lucky. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve his field position.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
The incomplete pass leaves them with second down.
Here we go.
Looking to throw, it's Howard. Working that left side now. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. They are pinned deep, and this crowd is letting them have it. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse agrees. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
On second down, wants to throw. Oh, he wants it all. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
A quarterback's got to understand, I know you got your favorites, and you're going to look out there and you're, that guy's really good. I'm going to find ways to get him, but I got to take what the defense gives me, and double coverage is probably not the avenue that I want to go attack consistently.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And he's thrown another interception. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return.
Awesome job by the linebacker there in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, spying the QB, knowing where that ball was going to get thrown, and then the ball skills, just to pluck it out of the air and take it back for a touchdown. Awesome work.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. Takes it inside his own 20. Chance for great field position here. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Has it back, and here comes the offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Ducks!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Nine-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. Defense not showing press coverage. To the air, it's Howard. Looking left, and they can't make the connection.
I understand the quarterback wants to get this dominant wide receiver the ball as often as possible, but I wouldn't try to get it to him in double coverage. I think you have to let the defense's coverage dictate who gets the ball. There was somebody else open on that play.
Fires to the tight end. Third and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Ohio State 19, Oregon 14.
First down to start the drive after the break. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Got some room to run. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Well, what a play by the defense there. Trailing here in the 4th quarter by 1 possession. Able to steal it away now and put their offense in position to at least go tie this game.
Pulls it in. It's Whittington. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Dropping back, it's Gabriel. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
tell you, got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players. Certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
Quick pass on the jet motion. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
He wants to throw here on second down. A strike downfield. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. And now on second down for this offense. Looking to throw it again. Caught on the outside. It's Ibuka. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's third and short. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
I think in this situation, after that incompletion, fourth and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
Now, this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
Yeah, and see, I have no problem being aggressive near midfield. I got no problem whatsoever. You get stuff, but I think you have to show your team, like, we're going to be aggressive. We're going to continue to try to make it, even in the second half when things are getting tight.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They'll throw it on first down. Makes the grab. It's Ferguson. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
That's caught. It's James. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Guys at the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You've got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. And you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
It is getting loud as this crowd tries to help its defense. They'll give it to him again. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
There's just so much for this defense to think about. They've had strong side runs thrown at them. Now the counter. And we know that this offense can work in the play action off of all these base runs too. So much offensive volume this defense needs to worry about.
Touchdown, Oregon! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
Number 15.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 2 here in the fourth. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He's looking to throw it. Unloads it left. He makes the catch. Nothing but green ahead. At the 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. They'll try to tack on an extra point here deep in the game. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 5 here in the 4th. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. To the air on first down. Pulls it in. It's James. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on. That time made a real good decision. And I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat.
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Got room on the return. And after the interception return, he gets it down to the 32-yard line.
That might be the nail in the coffin, fellas. This offense, they're trying to get back in the game. You're having to be aggressive. You're now going to have to start taking chances. An errant throw ends up in the hands of the defense, and I think that's all she wrote.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. You already have the lead. Scoring is always good, but milk the clock, and it will be your friend. Caught behind the line. It's Judkins. And oh, did they know that one was coming. They'll knock him down in the backfield.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. You just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Yeah, and listen, that dude is a dude. I get it. I mean, he's an absolute stud, and I want to find ways to get him the football, but maybe not force feed him in that situation when he's got two guys on him.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Into the end zone. And he reels it in for a touchdown, and that just might seal it.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the 4th. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. To the air, it's Gabriel. Fires the pass, intercepted. Taking it the other way. He's at the 10. He's out of bounds at the 6-yard line. Get the ball back and put your offense in business.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Flying the friendly skies.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And no problem on the extra point as they push the lead to 19 here in the fourth. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. That might be overdoing it, keeping it away from the return man as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. He wants to start this drive with a pass. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Ducks! The AT unit on the field. Right down the boulevard. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big.
This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed.
And you know what? You kind of deserve that. Late in the game where you could run the clock out, still throwing the football all over the yard. Now this game, it's a long shot, but you gave them a little bit of hope.
Looking downfield, it's Gabriel. Trying to beat the D deep. Makes the grab. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1. Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game. Looking to throw. And that one is picked up in the end zone. Inside the 40. At the 30. Inside the 10. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Dude, you're just thinking, hold him to 3, make him kick a field goal, don't let him score points. Heck no, you turn it into offense. What a play. Catches the ball in the end zone. Take a knee. Take a knee. No, sir. I'm taking this thing all the way back 100 yards to the house. What a play.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. He's going to pass. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Wait till the final whistle. It falls incomplete, and that's the ball game. Scoreboard operator got a workout in this one. Fun game for us to watch, but they can't come up with the W.
Yeah, and it's a team game, right? The offense did their job, and now defense will have to find a way in the future to make better plays, get stops, and stop them scoring so many points, especially when your offense does their job.
And we see a lot of games like this in college football when both offenses are just trading blows back and forth, and it just comes down to which defense can get a stop. And unfortunately for the losing team, they just were not able to get it done.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another